Okay, we're doing another league with my Saheeli Evolution deck. I've updated a bunch of cards from my previous slightly outdated list. Most notably, there are now some Knight of Autumns. Very hype. I'm only running it for a friendly league because I'm pretty tired and kind of just want to jam some games. Also just haven't played this deck much in a long time, so I'm not convinced it's tuned very well at the moment. But it should still be fun. Very much enjoy playing this. We're also trying out, I cut the mana leaks from the main deck to make room for this Knight and another mana dork, just because I think Blood Moon is probably outdated in this deck sideboard. It used to be really good, but I think a lot of the matchups it was good in if it had a tick down in popularity. So Scapeshift is really unpopular, and Eldrazi Tron's largely disappeared, which was one of the decks I originally added the Blood Moon for. Back when I was tuning this originally. So if the Blood Moon's gone, there's more room in our board for counter magic, which means I no longer need the mana leaks in the main deck to make all the numbers add up. This hand is horrendous. 3 evolutions. I have to go Wall of Omens into Evolution potentially. Then Reflector Mage into Evolution. I think I'm probably just going to mulligan this though. It seems very clunky. This is definitely worse than the 7, huh? I think I'm gonna keep this. We have a cheap play. This deck's mana can be pretty shaky sometimes. And the Gavony Township means that having all these lands is fine. We just need to draw some more spells to cast, and we're happy. Yeah, Oath of Nissa is great. It's gonna help us dig for a creature here. That's the other upside to adding the Noble Hierarch and Knight over the mana leaks. Suddenly our Oath of Nissas are that much better. We have that many more things to find. Less likely to have to take a land off it than previously. I'm not going to use up a fetch land because we've got this Cobra. Obviously the reshuffling is awkward with Oath of Nissa, but pretty sure we'll be fine. What on earth? I should update Stream Decker, shouldn't I? I feel like it's really unlikely for us to whiff there. We have 3 paths, 3 oaths, 3 evolutions. It could be a Blood Moon deck, I guess. It's possible I meant to fetch a basic here so the Knight of Autumn can be cast for a Blood Moon. Blood Moon is the one card against which Knight of Autumn is noticeably worse than Reclamation Sage. Interesting. Cast my 4/3. Cast my birds. They're definitely a Blood Moon deck, so I'm going to start searching up some basics at the very least. I think I'm just going to cast Knight of Autumn as a 4/3 and get beating with it. It means they can't land a Jace as easily. If they land a Jace, they have to just bounce the Knight, which is not great for them. Means we can't remove a Blood Moon now, but gets our threat down. Maybe they don't have a bolt. They only have 4 in their deck, right? Another thing in the ice. Jeez. Is it weird? I kind of want to not cast my Birds of Paradise because of Remand. It's not like getting this on the board achieves that much. I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. Because Remand actually just like enables these Thing in the Ices. Obviously they could remand their own spells, but depending on their hand that could be pretty expensive or clunky for them. I'm just going to go ahead and activate this township. If they had a bolt, they'd have killed the knight already. This way we get the bolt out of the knight out of bolt range. Guess we can wait for them to not block before we do this, but it's kind of obvious that it's what we're doing. Activating this now does let them Cryptic bounce, which is not ideal, but I think we're pretty far behind at the moment. I just need to like get in my extra damage. Yeah. It's pretty scary. Things are now down to 3 counters. Feel like they probably have a remand in hand too. Shocking myself means these kill me, which is scary. If this resolves, I might just have to gain life. No! Alright. So we're dead to any instant or sorcery that they can cast on their own turn. Thing in the Ice is just like a terrifying magic card for these green decks. You don't have like... It like forces you on... It puts you on like such a tight clock to kill your opponent, right? Forces you to like leave in cards like Path to Exile that you really don't want against these blue decks, just so you can interact with it. It's like very, very strong. Okay. Well, we have these Dispels, these Negates. Seem excellent. This Tracker seems great. The Knight's probably not great. It does kill Blood Moon, though. But it's not great at killing Blood Moon. Teeg is good against Cryptic, specifically. So that's a consideration. We've got some mana dorks. I think. We want the Reflector Mages because of Thing in the Ice. Like, what cards are bad here, even? Like, cutting mana dorks when they're, like, kind of slow and attrition-y is very reasonable. I guess we can cut the other Knight. If they have, like, Platinum Imperium, we have paths for it. I feel like this is not actually good against their deck. It does beat pretty well, which is nice, but it also just trades with a bolt when you're trying to beat with it. Oh, the evolutions are terrible against counter magic her. We just want to cut all of those. Alright, so we're cutting the evolutions. We can bring in these Teegs. And call that it. Obviously Teeg is bad against Teeg is bad against Snapcaster, but I think it's good enough against Cryptic and Jace that we still want it. Especially considering we want to get the evolutions out of our deck. This is fine. We can go Breeding Pool, Oath of Nissa. And then have Wall on two to like churn through our deck here. Breeding Pool. Oath means we can cast Saheeli really easily, even for a Blood Moon. Oh jeez. Tracker is just great. I think I want my land drop though. Can find a tracker later. We just want to hit our land drops over here, guaranteed. We've already got like plenty of stuff to do for the next few turns. Saheeli is nice. Now have the combo in hand. Next time we can go Saheeli, copy Wall of Omens potentially. And even if they bolt Saheeli, then at least we still get a 2-for-1 out of it. Interesting. I'm just going to run out the Saheeli. If they want to bolt her, we get a 2-for-1 off the Wall of Omens. Just like lets us dig a card deeper towards our next land drop. Obviously if they don't have anything they die next turn, but it's not certain we'd even go for it unless they literally tapped out. Sure. Thing in the ice is growing. Right. Find another forest so we don't take too much damage in the face of the thing. I think I just like Guardian the Wall. Draw a card. Oh, I guess I Guardian the Oath in that case. I could Resto the Wall and get a beater in play. I feel like this is just gonna flip so soon though. I don't really want them knowing about my flash creature if that's the case. Cobra Plains Voice. Voice seems very nice against any counter magic. Like I guess when the thing flips, they get to bounce the elementals, but it's still like kind of threatening, especially once the thing flips. It gets 2 blocks as well to buy us lots of time. Oh wow, that's so good. That is so good. Alright, see if this eats a counter. That is a rough counter for it to eat, because that means the Reflector Mage might not resolve. I think I still want to go for it though. They have a remand, we have to get through the remand before the thing flips. Otherwise, we get to do this, and this is just, like, amazing. This is very good for us. Huh. Adorable. They get to kill our Reflector Mage, so it can't return to our hand, and they get their Snapcaster back. I think I'm okay. Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, the bolt flipped the thing again. So our Reflector Mage was still bounced. Jeez. That's absurd. Alright, that's so great. Yeah, that was great for us, Kaylee. Hey, good to see you. Hope your day's been good. This is a tough turn. I kind of want to fire off this Oath of Nissa to find our land drop for Tracker. Felidar Guardian will just like keep flickering the oath. I think I'll just take this Hallowed Fountain. I think that sounds pretty great. So now we can go Tireless Tracker. Make a clue. I think I'm just going to play this wall rather than crack the clue, since they don't have snare up at the moment. It's like all basically the same. Draws us a card either way. Doesn't get the tracker out of range, regardless. This deck is just great. I love it. I played like 100 matches with this deck when I originally brewed it up. I enjoy it far too much. It's like very rare for me to play that many matches with any deck on Modo. At least in, like, you know, without playing other decks in between, particularly. You get to bounce this again. Sick. Are they dead yet? I don't think they're dead yet. We can Eternal Witness back Saheeli, play Felidar Guardian, but then we're 2 mana short. This is still good though. Cast my Reflector Mage. Bounce your thing in the ice. Cast my Eternal Witness and just get a tapped land so we don't take too much damage here and randomly die to bolts. Can get back the Saheeli or the Tracker. Time to just get back the Tracker and try and like draw cards. Sure. You get back Saheeli. Yeah, I guess threatening the combo is worth a lot against them too. That's fair, and we're like cracking this fetch land now to not take too much damage. You actually might be right, Kaylee. You might actually be right about that. Saheeli actually looks like a really good pickup player. Oh, they're just passing the turn with Cryptic up. That's so good for us. Yeah. I agree with you, Kaylee, I think. Let's sit on this fetch land for now. Wow. That is a hell of a draw. Now we just get to do stuff on their turn. Like, play through this Cryptic really well. Alright, Right, now they don't have Cryptic up. I could just activate this township. No, I don't want to play into Cryptic Kraken, I don't think. I think not playing into Cryptic is really appealing. When they're like they didn't play a thing in the ice for the turn, so it's like very likely they have a Cryptic in hand, right? Oh, now they get to Snap Bolt. Gross. Losing a Reflector Mage is really bad for us. I figured I wanted to do this before the Opt resolved, since the Opt could find them the Snapcaster or Bolt. Obviously very punished though. Could draw a Dispel. Losing the Reflector Mage is so bad for us. Because now we can't flicker it to get Thing off the table. And Thing is just like the most threatening card in their deck. I'm going to block a Snapcaster. We're on 12. Can't actually afford to take this hit. How much mana do I have next turn? I have 8 if I crack the fetch land. Losing access to the fetch land for the tracker is really awkward, but we're going to be drawing a bunch of cards. I think we'll find another land at some point. I just don't want to have to take 2 off a shock land, and I want to have access to as much mana as possible. Oh, we have another Reflector in the deck. So we do have a second one we can draw into, but... Right, this gets to block Snapcaster. So I guess I just lead with this. Gives us the most info too on what we draw off the Wall of Omens. Resto. Okay. I'm gonna pass with Resto up then. Now that I've got this Wall of Omens to blink. If they have a tap low, I can sneak it into play. I can also just do it on their end step to pressure their mana as well. It's like very reasonable. I'm going to do it before this thing resolves, so that if it gets countered, they don't get a counter off the thing. This is awkward. If we had the Saheeli, if we got back the Saheeli instead of the tracker, we'd be threatening to combo kill them at any point. Yeah, they just die here. If we got the Saheeli, I guess they could have a Bolt to interact, but... it's kind of sad. So... I want to cast Arresto Angel whilst they're tapped low. I guess I could just Felidar Guardian the Oath and take my looks at a Saheeli to kill them. That's reasonable. Could just lead on Felidar Guardian. Yeah, Guardian Oath, I agree. I agree. That seems really good to me. They're already through 2 bolts, so there's like, if we hit, we're pretty likely to kill them. We're like maybe about 15% to hit. I don't know the exact numbers. Right, another Felidar Guardian. Go take the fetch for a tracker. Could Take a fetch for a tracker. Fetch up a plains. I'm just taking this other Guardian. I'll play Cobra and play Tracker. Yeah, that does draw through our deck for a Saheeli. I think I just want to resolve this Resto this turn, though. And like have them dead in the air in 2 turns, and hope they don't have too many instants or sorceries. Alright. So I can go Restoration Angel, target Guardian, target Oath of Nissa. Yeah, this seems pretty nice, I think, Kaylee. I agree. Reflector Mage is nice. I guess it only deals with one thing. Maybe it doesn't actually do anything. Maybe it doesn't actually do anything. You love Blink Chain. The Blink Chains in this deck are delightful. With Resto and Felidar. Alright, there's a chance we're dead here. Because, they have been missing land drops. They have spells in hand of some description that could trigger the things. So this is 4, 8, 9. So not actually lethal. So do I just lead with Oath, try and find Saheeli? If I find Saheeli and they counter it, I get to go Reflector Mage, but I don't get to flicker it. I'm a mana short of that. I'm worried about them just having remands and me just like enabling their remands. Also, if they flip the things, I can flash in Restos as blockers at the moment. That's actually relevant. Yeah, I think I'm going to lead with Oath. I'm going to leave my lands up because I could potentially cast both Restoration Angels. Voice. Doesn't actually do anything. I think I'm getting this Flooded Strand. The Voice doesn't do anything because we're dead if they flip these regardless. Yeah, agree. So I'm definitely attacking with Angels. I feel like casting any more spells is just going to enable counter spells. Whereas like attacking for 6 and passing the turn lets us flash in Restoration Angels. But if we have to double chump the things, we're probably dying. Realistically. I am very unsure on what the correct play is here. I think I'm just going to pass the turn, but I'm not sure how much this accomplishes. Thing is, casting spells doesn't accomplish much if they have counter spells anyway. If they're going to stop the Resto plan. Yeah, it does feel pretty bad. I'm not really sure what we're meant to do, honestly. Add our face, jeez. So now any instant flips. Yeah, you were definitely correct, Kaylee. We should have got a Saheeli instead of a Tracker off the Ewet ages ago. We'd be threatening them a lot more here if we did that. See you, lassie. Have a good day. Or good evening. They are tanking, so that's good. I'm okay with them tanking here. Night at this point. I guess it is. It's kind of night over here too. How dead am I, opponent? How dead am I? I guess we might have been punished here if they only had removal spells and no counter spells. Interesting. Thanks, Phil. I am not going to say I'm looking forward to that particular standard deck, but it's certainly something that's going to get played. Yeah, them bouncing this is pretty weird. Agreed. Yeah, they didn't draw a card, they just have Snapcaster up. So if we, I guess if we got back Saheeli, they'd still have Burst Lightning, but now we can Reflect Mage plus Flicker. I guess we don't get to Flicker because of the Abrade, so that's annoying, but we can take down one of the things at least. And then we're only mostly in the Abyss. Alright, so Reflector Mage. I guess I can do this. To bounce an Awoken Horror. They can't snap a braid? Oh yeah, they can't. So we just get to bounce both of these? This is absurd for us. This is so absurd for us. Jeez. How are we still in this game? I do need to speed up. This is only game 2. Words often heard on the stream. We need to speed up has been called. It has indeed. Hey Daniela. We totally have. We have 6 whole minutes. 6 whole minutes is more than enough time. Oh, they don't have Snap Cryptic up now. Nice. Yeah, they have Snare. That's why I didn't Cobra. Alright. Let's get some tracking. Get our tracking online. I guess I could Felidar Guardian to find Saheeli to get the Snapcaster out of their hand first. That's also reasonable. I love how they get to replay these. Because they are not named Awoken Horror. Hey. So now we get the Snapcaster out their hand. We sure did, Nucleo. We sure did. This takes some time to resolve when you only have 6 minutes left, huh? We're down a game, Ben. This is how the stream works, if you're new here. We go down like 8 minutes, and then we win in glorious fashion with no time on the clock. Alright, play the tracker. This is stressful. Yeah, so I'm informed by everyone. Planes. Attack for 1. The Knights of Autumn are sworn to defend and protect the red zone. Oh my god. I love that command, Nucleo. It makes me so happy. Alright. It got added earlier today when I wasn't looking at chat for forever. I should probably have cast this pre-combat, huh? Well, that is going to tap my team. Alright. Card. Ooh, a path to exile, you say? I'm going to hold these creatures back. In case, if they were remand, we get brutally punished here and die. Sick. I'm going to hold these creatures back in case there's another cryptic tap, because that way we can have some blockers. Are we dead? Don't do it. Don't do it. You've been through... No. No. Grump. We worked so hard. We worked so hard that game. We had to like double chump with our restos. Grump sigh. I relate to that emote, Kaylee. That game was sweet. That was wild. I'm kind of amazed we were in it for as long as we were, if I'm being honest. I'm not that upset about losing, so I'm like shocked we even got that far. Considering the things transformed twice over the course of the game. Just like have to keep Reflector Maging them back and watching them reflip. Daniela's pet's doing work against us. The sound is atrocious. This is also not great, but I think I'm going to keep it on 6. Like, we set up a lot of mana. If we draw some sort of cantrip, some way to start a cantrip chain, like Oath of Nissa into Felidar Guardian, and we start just like digging through our deck. Alright. Play our Cobra. Incoming Spell Snare. Have we been paired against the 2 people in Modern who play Spell Snare? The actual 2 people in the whole of Modern that play Spell Snare. Alright. Play out this bird this turn. I'm gonna have to go Sacred Foundry. So I want this to find a plains against them. If it can. Nothing worse, I know, right? It is getting robbed. I agree, Daniela. Strong agree. Oh, they can't snare, so we're safe. Given definitions of safe. I want to hold this for a tracker. And for the Cobra. I guess we want to play it out because of Blood Moon, though. I want to be able to... Chances they have Blood Moon in their Spire Bluff Canal deck aren't that high. So maybe this is incorrect. We all know what's actually going to happen here is they're going to untap and go land Electrolyze. Just like, I'm going to hold this fetch because we have trackers in the deck. Might hold this as well. Young Pyromancer. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and try and path that, I think. Maybe get a Remand out of their hand. I'm not like too scared of the Young Pyromancer because our deck is like X4 tribal, like 1/4s and 3/4s and stuff, but I don't think playing out this achieves anything. I think we hold it until we have an Oath of Nissa. They aren't going to die to our 1/4. We just can sit here and wait. Draw a Wall of Omens or an Oath or something. Yeah, that's one of those things. Right, they've started to miss land drops, which is terrifying because they means they have 5 spells in hand. I'm just gonna chill here. There's no way this combo actually resolves. How does the green-white tokens deck seem? I was very impressed with it when I've been trying it. Although the sweepers are annoying. I think you can build the deck to be able to beat the sweepers. I'm not sure exactly how you do that. I think I found myself boarding out Sapling Migration a lot. Just because it's so bad against sweepers. You just like never actually want it in your deck for that reason. I'm going to keep chilling here. Wait till we've got something we want to resolve, then we can lead with voice. Yep. Adorable. Means they're probably a Bedlam Reveler, right? How many Tristanis and Marches? The list we tried had 2 Tristanis, 4 Marches. I could see having more Tristanis being good though. Tristani was really impressive for us. Obviously March is just like complete absurdity. Like complete nonsense. I'm pretty sure you want 4 Marches. Pretty sure like March is just the reason you're playing the deck, so... I can go find a breeding pool here? Yeah, go find a breeding pool here. Oh wait, it's not hand, I'm stupid. Find a Hallowed Fountain then. Yeah, we have 1 tracker in the main deck and 1 sideboard. So we're holding them for that reason. Problem is, I can like lead with this voice. I don't really have anything I'm desperate to resolve. I guess I can just cast a Felidar Guardian as a 1/4 blocker. It's like really unexciting. Just like haven't drawn anything to flicker, so I guess this is what we're doing with our lives. 1/4 just blocks Snapcaster all day. We have to start getting through those counter spells at some point. Yep. Hey Marcus. That's terrifying. Young Pyromancer. We're now like forced to actually cast spells. So we can try and block these, but they are tapped low now. Thanks, Kaylee. Have a good day. Speak to you later. Ooh, second voice. So the first one's gonna get like snap snared. Second one should resolve though. What on earth, Marcus? That is like very strange dream. I'm just gonna play this out now. I don't want access to the extra mana and don't want to have to shock myself when they have a young Pyromancer going. Yeah, also that too, Kaylee. Because now the 6th land lets us combo. Or threaten the combo. Agree. That's terrifying also. I'm going to board in Izzet Staticaster in this matchup, I think. As a way to answer these Pyromancers. Seems a bit better than Path to Exile here. We did indeed, Marcus. We did indeed. Alright, need them to somehow not have a counterspell in their hand. Or a lightning bolt, or a snapcaster. If they somehow have literal 2 spell snares in hand, then we can win this. Guess I might as well. Elemental's not doing much else. Oh, it also hits Cleek as well. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a nice one to hit. Alright, we need you to have nothing, somehow. Despite clearly having 2 spells in hand. Four, 5, 6. Yeah, this will be Xaxes. Grim. The next league donation honestly doesn't seem that terrible, Phil. I think it's workable. Right. So we want this Snapcast. We want this Staticaster. Want these counter spells. Because they don't seem to have Thing in the Ice's paths seem a lot worse against them than against the other opponents. So I can trim one. Obviously trim Mana Dorks against the Lightning Bolt deck. Oh, thanks, Skepti. I'm glad you enjoy them. It's really nice to hear. Be meaner in the future. Oh my god, Phil. Are we playing it for the name or because it's Reclamation Sage with like flicker effects? It's the dream, right? Just like everything you could want to do. Well, what else did we cut last time? Against the other blue-red deck. It felt like we had more slots last time. Oh yeah, it was the Evolutions, wasn't it? Because they're so bad against Drumond. Yep. Alright, we figured it out. I'm actually going to bring in the Baloth this time. Last time we died to random burn spells. I think this seems fine against these blue-red decks. Seems like entirely reasonable. Board out almost all our mana dorks, still have turn 2 Saheeli on the play. Obviously. Oh. No turn 1 bolt, please. That is not a lightning bolt producing land. There's a spell snare producing land. You know what spell snare doesn't counter? Non-Tibalt Planeswalkers. Spell Pierce. Get got. Jace Friend's Prodigy is not a Planeswalker, it transforms into a Planeswalker. Nissa Steward of Elements for 0. Oh. I'm gonna bottom this. We'll draw lands at some point. I can Ewit back this land next turn. I guess I could keep that and then I'd have Dispel up. No, I wouldn't even have Dispel up to protect the Ewit. Yeah, that Plains is just terrible. Pretty happy to ship that. Alright, let's cast our Eternal Witness into this Remand. It resolved. Say what? Okay. I don't really want to shock myself too much. I don't know how legit that is, Marcus. It's a thing you can do. Thing you can do does not equal legit, necessarily. fire this off before choosing what to do about Saheeli, obviously. Restoration Angel, I would love. It's kind of awkward because it means they now know about this other restoration in hand, technically. But I think I'm still very in for a Restoration Angel here. Maybe I meant to keep that land for Dispel. I can minus Saheeli on Ewet next turn for Dispel though, potentially. That seems quite strong, Phil. That seems exceptionally strong. I think that's definitely too strong for Standard. It's probably fine in Modern. Jeez, we're gonna get bodied by the Snapcaster. Obviously, not having the land means we can't even just like cast a 3/4 as a blocker because we bottomed the land. Easy life. Just get our blocker down. Protect our Saheeli. I think at the moment our mana's kind of taxed. I'm gonna bottom this. It's like nice, but we already have one in play to flicker later. Our mana's a bit taxed. Like if we even draw a land, like Resto plus Dispel is not terrible. They have a Jace here. They'd get to do some sick stuff. Bounce Resto, put Saheeli in bolt range. Right, I'm gonna block. If they want to bolt my Resto, that's fine with me. It's still like the Snapcaster didn't get to flash back a spell, so it's still like a 2-for-1. It means our Saheeli isn't getting bolted as well. Aggressive Snapcaster. Let's invite a Hallowed Fountain. Do I want to crack this now? It means I only get to hold up Dispel or Path, which sucks. I think I'm probably holding up Dispel though, just to protect my Angel. Most likely. I think I'm just going to play the fetch. Keep my options open. Makes the Scry less powerful, but back up Saheeli. I think we can protect this Saheeli just about. I want to find something that actually generates card advantage. Also, we're probably shuffling anyway, so it's not like too concerning what we do with that. Alright, we're seeing another snappy attack. Let's take down this Angel. Nope. Cracking this now gives them an opportunity to bolt, which is not ideal. But our life total is also like pretty relevant in this matchup. So I think I'm just going to do this now. Save 2 life. Didn't we scry you to the bottom? I guess we shuffled you back in, huh? Yes, we shuffled you back in. Can't actually attack because this Resto is on blocking duty for a little while. I mean, it depends on the format, Legion. I feel like that would be pretty sick and standard. I'm just going to put a counter on this resto. Again, it gives them an opportunity to bolt, which is not ideal, but don't really want to sit here not doing anything. What point do I start attacking with this resto? It could be now. Honestly. Put them to 10, put them to 9. Even go ahead and find a plains, put them to 8, but then they can cryptic. No, then we have Dispel for cryptic, that's fine. I'm pretty interested in doing this, like trying to get this game finished. Now that our Angel's growing pretty big. They clearly don't have a bolt in hand, so I'm not like concerned about that. And like we can turn Saheeli into lava spikes later even, potentially. Actually minus now and deal 5 plus 4 is 9. Put them to 5. Yeah. Well, it's a 2-turn clock even if we... It's a 2-turn clock even if they kill the Saheeli and we don't get to activate Saheeli again because of the township activation. Awesome. Well, the angel just kills them next turn. Some stuff. Right. I don't think I care about this electrolyze, I just want to hold up Dispel for a cryptic, right? Yeah, we don't even need the copy next turn because of our 5/6, which is pretty great. We have a Dispel to try and protect this, which is not like the biggest amount of protection, but it is something. Mana, Morphos, sure. They really need a cryptic to bounce this resto. I guess they could have a Jace too. Jace would be in like pretty dire straits against. Wow, they just have cryptic. And they're going for it on our turn, maybe? Alright, I would like to move to combat. I would like to attack you for 5, please. No, this is just blue-red. They have Manamorphose for their young pyromancers, Daniela. They've shown us young pyromancer. They could have double bolt here, but the way they've played has indicated they don't have bolt, so that seems pretty improbable. Let's just run this back, I think. They were pretty aggressive that game. Life gain of these could be nice. That looks pretty good to us that game. I am worried about these Lotus Cobras not being very good in the matchup, I guess. I'd rather them be knights. This is not an exciting hand. It's fine. We've got Wall of Omens on 2 to make our Guardian decent. Steamkin's looked amazing whenever I've seen that deck. Steamkin is like messed up. Ooh. This is a nice one. Right. Let's just run out this Wall of Omens into the incoming spell snap. Cast my Wall of Omens, you cast your spell snap, we move on with our lives. Or it can resolve, that's also nice. Jeez. The creature is good, you just don't know like where its home is. That makes sense. This is one we didn't see from them before. So they have like a Dispel. I hate rampant growthing them, but this card is just so hard for us to beat that I think I'm just gonna go for this now. Like, they're repping Dispel, so we don't want to get in a big fight over their turn, in their turn. Oath of Nissa. Show me a tracker. Gaddock Teeg or land. I think we take the Teeg. It's probably just going to trade with a bolt, but that's kind of fine. We've got plenty of lands already. Pyromancer. I really want to resolve the Staticaster, jeez. Yes, this turn I'm just playing a 4-drop. I can just play my Resto. I can't actually go Gaddock Teeg plus Staticaster next turn's the problem. My mana's like not quite good enough for that. I feel like main phasing a spell is just horrendous though, when they have so much mana open. So I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. Depending what they do, we can either Staticast or Resto at the end of our turn, or the end of their turn. This one's not a pile, Daniel. Don't insult my baby. Jeez. So rude. really annoying for them. Unless they have like 2 remons. Well. Right. Our hand is so awkward right now. It's kind of impressive. I wish this was like a Hallowed Fountain. Like I was originally tempted to fetch. It's like just casting the Gaddock Teeg doesn't even achieve that much. Because they just like wait until our end step and bolt it. Maybe I'm just forced to pass with Resto up again. And do that on their end step again. Just like, eventually we break through these counter spells. Oh wow, what? Deal. Okay, friend. Well, they have to find a bolt for the Staticaster immediately. This is going to answer all those elementals and cause them all sorts of hassle. That was an aggressive bolt. I guess they just wanted to get something going. It's like kind of fair. If they don't have another bolt, this is also an aggressive clique. Cool, we can double spell now. That's really nice for us. Interesting. What is this? Can't be an anger. It's just Snapcaster on bolts. They're on 1 card in hand. We have to draw an answer to the clique at some point. I guess Resto sort of does that though. And the wall checks the Snapcaster at the very least. We're not in a terrible position here. Big friend. Kinda want to cast my Baloth. Just like make sure we can't die here. Rawr. Fear the mighty Baloth. Now have 2 blockers. The clique gets to put us to 12, but like their ground creatures do nothing. What the hell? We might need to draw a path to Exile. Jeez. This got rough all of a sudden. Perfect draw. Alright. Flicker the Baloth. Can flicker the Baloth and just block the clique. That's probably the best plan, right? Modern staple right there. I've registered Thundermaw Hellkite before. Card is reasonable. I used to play this in Jund occasionally. one time. Oh my god, Marcus. You're ridiculous. Uh-huh. I'll take 5, I guess. Guess we're blocking next turn. Thundermoor is very serious business. I wouldn't go that far. They go to 7 here. We make 2 blockers for elementals. I guess we have to block this though. I guess this leaves us still not technically dead. I don't know how we win if we're not attacking is the problem. Thundermoor's the human. What does it do against humans? Am I missing something? Yeah, Storm Breath is sick against humans because of the pro white. Guess I am dead. Jeez, I feel like they had like basically anything other than Thundermoor in a pretty great state that game. This just turned the game around so fast. Just like unable to race that thing. Because of Saheeli, they're really motivated to board it in, since it's like a clean answer to Saheeli a lot of the time. Alright. Classic O2 start. Lost the blue-red cards I own. Indeed. It's happened twice in a row. I hope we stop facing blue-red decks. Blue-red decks are like, feel like a bit rough. In what matchups would Thundermoor be better than Glorybringer? Probably against any deck with Lingering Souls. Against like Birds of Paradise decks, it's kind of a toss-up because you get to kill the birds, but like Glorybringer's really good against Birds of Paradise decks too. It's a touch better against Tron than Glorybringer just because it's bigger. You know what's good against blue-red decks? Lantern. You say that. The most recent Lantern event I played, which was the most recent SCG Invitational, I lost my round 1 to the a blue-red Blood Moon deck with a bunch of Abrades. 4 main deck Ancestral Vision just felt like wildly unwinnable. Any game your opponent suspends Ancestral Vision on 1 against your Lantern control deck, you're just like, well, I guess at some point in this game you're just getting to like roll the dice. It's at breaking out of the lock. I actually don't want to Oath of Nissa turn 1. Because if they're on Ponza, I don't want to expose my forest to a Stone Rain turn 1, I think. That is a Blood Moon. Please don't have a Stone Rain as well. We got our basics, so we're like kind of okay here, as long as they don't have like Specifically Stone Rain. Uh-huh. That is a tracker. Next one I can go Oath plus Path the Tracker, I guess. Ooh, or I can go Birds plus Path Tracker, that's way better. We can Path our Water to get a basic. We can also do that. I kind of want to get this tracker out of play, I think. Now that we've got the Birds especially. The Birds is going to help us. The Oath means we can cast Saheeli through Blood Moon. It's like a nice interaction. Used to come up when I had Blood Moons in my board. Let's just get this out of here. Stop them drawing infinite cards whilst we're like flailing around finding our feet. That is a Stone Rain. Jeez, gross. Right, Oath of Nissa. Let's look for this Felidar Guardian. I mean, we are lucky here. We're certainly lucky here. Let's look at my Oath. So I want to back up Saheeli, I think. It's like much easier for them to kill my Saheelis than my Felidar Guardians, because they're leaning on Bolt. They don't seem to have double red for Chandra currently. If they had double red for Chandra, they'd have just cast her last turn. Obviously they could find double red of Corsa, but this means we can cast... I guess they could Stone Rain us off double Saheeli, huh? Still think I want this. Did I try Hyans? Jeskai Saheeli? I have not tried that yet, no. I still don't really understand that deck. To be fair, there are lots of people who probably don't understand why anyone would play this deck, so... It feels like you're going to get like some number of draws where you draw like 2 Saheelis, and because of that you aren't able to keep the game under control. The Felidar Guardians are a bit like better on their own, I guess, because you can just flicker a Spreading Seas, which is nice, and they block decently. So maybe it's fine. So you're saying you're dead. Is that, in fact, what you're saying? Because they don't have bolts up. This probably means they're dead, yep. Got posted again in the 5-0s. What are we bringing in here? There's like lots of like okay-ish stuff. The Negates are probably nice. They're kind of hard to cast, especially on the draw. That's the problem, like, all these sideboard cards are so hard to cast through a Blood Moon. Voice seems pretty bad though. Other than like as evolution fodder. Township also seems not great. I guess it helps us slug through Stone Rains. Don't know. Restos are like a way to actually kill fairly. If we have a plains and they have like a clunky draw that's leaning on land hate. Do I want the Staticaster? I don't think I do. It's like fine against Arbor Elf, but on the draw they get to get their use out the Arbor Elf anyway. Maybe on the play Staticaster gets a bit better, but I think we can pass on that. I mean, I'm gonna keep this. I kept a 7, which is like kind of bad news, but I'm not gonna mulligan this hand. Just gonna get a plains. I think I'm just casting my birds though. If they Blood Moon me, at least I have the birds going. Can hold up Negate off that. That's fair, Freed. Flickering like Felidar Guardians like potentially does some stuff too. It lets the restos draw cards of Spreading Seas that way. That's not bad. I think I just want to bounce this. I could let them resolve Chandra, which is scary. But they need another red source to even do that, so they need like red source plus Chandra in their last 4 cards. This gets like a body on board, which is nice. Then like if they play a tracker, we get to go flicker the Reflector Mage, beat up on their fair game plan. There's an Arbor Elf. Sure thing. I guess we're not beating them up the fairway very well. This blocks Bloodbraid kind of disgustingly well, huh? On that note, the Ponza classic Bloodbraid Elf. Indeed. These are common Bloodbraid Elves from Ponza players. Get this on board so we can start flickering it with Guardian. Ooh, Tracker. I think I want to hold up Negate. I don't know, they didn't Chandra me last turn. They're probably playing a Corsa this turn. Whatever. This is fine. Okay. Now we can negate a Blood Moon or something. Uh-huh. Adorable. They do have Titan mana. I don't think we're ever beating a Titan in a million years though, so I'm not too concerned about that. That's a considerable amount of value, Daniela. They're just breaking the modern format over there, wide open. That is a good card though. Yeah, Tireless Tracker actually does stuff, sadly. I think I'm actually just going to trade this off. I think I want to flicker the wall just to like dig for combo. I don't think we win a fair game against them very easily, so I'm not going to try. Temple Garden. Right, I can go flicker wall, play a birds. Like ramp up my mana. Is this my go-to modern list? No, normally in Modern I play Tron or Blue White Control because they're actually good decks. But I love this deck too much for my own good. So here we are. Normally I play good decks in Modern. But this is like my baby. I made it like a year and a half ago. And had like a pretty great win rate with it at the time. It's probably a bit outdated now, but I love it too much. So here we are. So they drew a tracker for turn, which is pretty great. We're playing the fetch land first. What? They have a Bonfire of the Damned or something. Just good clean sequencing there. We just need to draw a Saheeli. We got some looks at it. We get to like flicker the wall. If we draw a land, the tracker gets to cycle the lands. It is updated, not even using the new shock lands. That's fair. I guess it's not technically outdated anymore. Interesting, they're casting another thing. Third Bloodbraid Elf. Ew. This interacts with Saheeli. It's pretty good for them. Gives us a lot less time. Alright. I guess we can hold up Negate for this though, so it's not like the end of the world. Let's play this Lotus Cobra. Play this Tireless Tracker. Always yield. Always yes, always yield. Can make a random mana, so we just crack this clue immediately. Just gonna immediately crack another clue, get this tracker larger than the lightning bolt here. It's kind of sad not getting a blue source, but we have these cobras that help us make blue mana. We'll cope. Ooh, Knight of Autumn. It's not terrible. They drew a bolt and they have another bolt on top. They don't have any clues. Guess if they had have a land in hand. I think we know they have a sprawl in hand, unless I'm misremembering. Yeah. So they just have a bolt in hand, a bolt on top, and they can't draw any more cards this turn. So actually kind of being given a chance here. Alright. What am I doing? Can probably start by cracking a clue. Yeah, the fetch lands just become divinations. It's amazing. I love this combo. It makes me very happy. It just means your trackers grow like crazy fast. That is an amazing draw. Now we can answer their tracker. Jeez. That's so good. I think I'm getting a tapped shock land. It might limit us on mana to the point that we can't combo off this turn. But I guess my life total's not that irrelevant at this point. Anyway, we know they have a bolt in hand. I'm just going to play it safe. I think it's kind of hard to lose from her. Voice plus Evolution into Radia. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Radia. I've always just wanted to be like a bit more focused on just like comboing people. I always felt like the value from Radia, people could like play over the top of without too much difficulty. It's better to flicker a land than the wall freed, because then we get a counter on our tracker at this point. It like works the same. We draw a card either way, but this way we get a counter. Alright, it's not bad. We'll probably start attacking with our tracker at some point. Bugler grabbing Guardian, yeah, that seems really nice. Agreed. Doesn't seem bad, but I don't know, I'm just not interested in like getting all these small bits of incremental value, you know? I don't think it actually matters that much. I'm just not gonna cast this. If they don't have a land on top from Corsair, then it doesn't even matter. You can just wait on the path. To make them shuffle the bolt, that's true. Because now we have to beat 2 bolts. That's fair. Oh, they're just doing this. Now I might path tracker. Beast Event's kind of annoying. Could definitely get punished for this, but Negate answers a lot of the things we're scared of. If need be. Well, there's a decent chance we just untap and win. Alright, cast my Oath of Nissa. Probably like 20% to kill them here, off this Oath trigger. That's also fine. Kind of want the birds. We aren't lacking on card draw at the moment. Although this flickers the Oath, which is just really efficient. Sure. Yeah, that's always been my thinking. If you want to grind, you just have like Tracker as a grind engine on its own without any work being put in. Whereas like all the other cards, you need to like build an engine around them in order to make them grind properly. Nice. So they're dead next turn now. That's pretty great. Like, there's not much point in even attacking, right? They're just dead, regardless of what we do here. This Tracker's drawn us so many cards. Geez, like 5 cards so far. I guess kind of 4, because one of them was off of Felidar Flicker, but... Alright, cast my Saheeli Rai. Copy my Felidar Guardian. When they did that turn, we knew they had a bolt in hand, right? So I think that means they weren't dead, unless I'm missing something. I think we were 1 mana short of killing them. Unless I miscounted. I thought we only had the 4 mana. Yeah, they had 2 though. Freed. They had a second bolt in hand. That was why they felt happy using up the first bolt, right? Because they knew they had like another layer of protection afterwards anyway. Alright. Recovering. 1 and 2. Could be worse. That kinda got to show what it's capable of that game, albeit against Ponza, so you know, I don't know if that counts. I think I'm in love with this hand. It's like almost there, it's almost good enough, but I think it needs a bit too much to go right on the draw. This is fine. Evolution, I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm going to bottom that for now. I'm not 100% sure about that. Like, Evolution's obviously nice with the voices. But, like, we kind of want to draw a land for the turn so that we don't have to grab a land off the Oath. So this is taking Eternal Witness, maybe? Alright, I'm just going to take all the voices. Well, the Oath of Nissa means we can preserve our life total and just get a forest, I guess. No, I could still just get a breeding pool. I have Reflector Mage in my deck. So I'll just get the breeding pool anyway. I think that's fine. Definitely want this land, 100%. Hey, Caius. Good evening. Good to see you. This hoses the Ewet. Gross. How were the Pokemons? They did not go well, sadly. Alas. I think part of the problem with it was it is top decked so much worse than normal Scapeshift. That's like the big downside to having 150 cards. Is that like your average card quality is the same, except Scapeshift thins out the deck so much. Right? Like, the deck is just very good at thinning itself out, which means that in the late game it top decks really well. Whereas, like, when you have so many cards, sure, there are loads of, like, nice upsides to that, but you just don't top deck as well in the late game, which is really punishing. So I could cast Saheeli. I'm not sure that accomplishes much. I'm not sure there's much that accomplishes anything here. Our draw's like kind of awkward. I guess we're just gonna cast the birds. It was a punishment. I have to play. So. Oh my god. So Phil said as a punishment for going 2 and 3, I had to play a Gore Claw deck in standard. So guess I'm gonna be brewing one of those up over the next couple days. Which is probably just gonna be mono green with like a bunch of Gore Claws randomly in it. And we'll probably still be very capable of winning games, if we're being completely honest. We'll get paired against tokens with our Gore Claws and feel really smart when they can't chump block us all day long. Ugh. Wow. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good Liliana. At least we get to kill her here, kind of. If they want to kill our Saheeli, it takes the pressure off us for a turn. Yeah, Liliana's very good against this deck. That one specifically. The other Liliana isn't great against us, but this one is really strong. It's very good against Lotus Cobra in particular. Okay. Yes, that's a card they have now. Like this forest, I guess. So they're on the Snapcast Assassin's Trophy plan. Ooh, we are dead to this next turn now. Because it's unblockable. Yeah. If we drawn a Felidar Guardian that turn, maybe we'd get there. So close. Kinda close. Considering how awkward I'd rough out, having outs there still felt kind of great. Alright, so against an attrition deck, I hate the evolutions against attrition decks. I think they're really bad here. We want the Tracker, 100%, and the Baloth. I have less cards in my board for this sort of matchup than I used to, huh? Because Knight doesn't seem great here. Maybe I just have to... Oh, I can bring in the Rip, actually, against Goyf. And Snapcaster. It's probably fine. It's, like, not great, but... it's probably fine. It's possible this Knight is meant to be an evolution. I'm not, like, 100% on that. I think both of them seem fairly mediocre here. Alright. To be on the play. Amazing. Being on the play doesn't actually achieve much in this matchup. It's all like the same, right? It's only a big difference when they have the turn 2 Goyf draws, but I have not played against it before. I assume it's picking up popularity because of Trophy. Like, Trophy with Snapcaster is something people want to do, right? This is fine. I'll keep this. I'm actually going to lead on Oath of Nissa. I know it looks really weird, but I want to have the Oath in play for the Guardian. We don't really have uses for the mana next turn with the birds anyway. And if they Inquisition me, I just don't want them taking the Oath when our hand's like really mana heavy. So I think this is fine. I think this is like plays better, considering we know they're an attrition deck. Making sure this is in play. Since having an Oath in play makes our Guardians so much stronger against them, since it lets us flicker to draw cards. Yeah, it pops up occasionally when new sets come out. It's like always something people want to have be good. So I'm just going to take the Reflector Mage, but that's fine, because they're not taking our Oath of Nissa. We still have turn 3 Guardian. Please cast Liliana of the Veil. Excuse me. I would like it if you cast Liliana of the Veil against me, please, opponent. No! My birds are paralyzed, however will I win? Etc. Whoa. No second land drop. I kind of want to get beating. Is that crazy? It's probably crazy. Once they hit the second land drop, they're going to have a Glyph that just, like, stonewalls this. I'm just going to draw cards. I think that sounds amazing. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Jeez. The dream. This is why Oath of Nissa is just, like, absurd against these decks. Just, like, turn your Felidar Guardians into clean 2-for-1s. That's what I want to see too, Rackham. It's a free fall, but it will grow soon enough. We can kill them. That's the other side, upside to casting Guardian, I guess. Could also just kill them. Go ahead and slaughter pact me, I dare you. I also love Tracker. Tracker is dear to my heart. This card has drawn me many, many things off clues. Alright, let's try again. I'm still not sure about... You know, I'm just going to have an Evolution back in. I know they're bad in attrition matchups, but I think it's probably better than the Knight here. The 4-3 just doesn't seem very powerful against their deck. Tracker seems so underrated. Yeah, it might be... It might be the best green creature ever printed, I don't know. It's his legacy play, right? Like... I know you're not meant to mulligan against these decks, but this hand's pretty bad. Still gonna keep it anyway, you just can't mulligan against the Inquisition Thoughtseize decks. Any, like, semi-functional hand. If they were to Inquisition me there, I'd have been really happy to, right, with this hand. And we're working from the assumption that Deathrite Shaman is it's a black creature. It only saw play in black decks. And elves. But elves doesn't count. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of mana. Yeah, it's fun watching Tracker go off in any deck. It's so delightful. They have Trophy up. Imagine if these were Noble Hierarchs right now. Start attacking for free. Alright. Are we ready to be Maelstrom Pulsed? Resolves. Oh, I'm so happy. That was great. That was great. I'm gonna hold this fetch down. We have Trackers in the deck, right? Also have Resto Angels in the deck. Let's just pass the turn, cast a 3/4 in their unstep. Yeah, Tracker with like ramp spells. Sakura Tribelder. Nice way to cycle those in the late game. Oh my god, Tracker. Cast a value scape shift with Tracker in play. Make 5 clues. Alright. That's a Tracker of your own, I guess. See how much pressure we can get going with these angels. We really need to draw something good this time. We've got like Saheelis that win us the game. We've got some Trackers that probably win us the game. Even Oath of Nissa is great. Does this do anything? gets us Wall of Omens that we can flicker. Turns a burden. Oh, you're right. No, you're great. You're great. I guess we are casting a Tireless Tracker this turn. And getting a million clues. Hey, friend. Yeah, we could get a Reflector. I kind of just like making approximately a million clues, though. Why isn't there a Kiki? There could be a Kiki. The main problem is, like, most of the things you're looking to sack are 2 mana. Which makes 5 drops pretty awkward. It's why we're playing Obstinate Baloth instead of Fragtusk. I'm gonna get these tapped. I don't think it's worth 4 life to draw an extra card. Immediately. Yeah, Kiki's also just, like, wildly uncastable if you don't have a Cobra in play. Like, this deck is nice because it's basically just a green-white deck. The only cards in the main deck you have to find non-green-white mana to cast if you have an Oath of Nissa in play are the Reflector Mages. Kinda want to block here, that's probably just crazy. Opponent agrees it's crazy. We are on the same page. Maelstrom Pulse on our clues. Oh my god. That would upset me. So they're dead to a Saheeli this turn. We get 2 Lux. Just gonna crack one of these. Interesting. That blocks pretty well. You can cast this, crack a clue, get a block in. Alright, I'm pretty interested in that plan. It seems great. Yeah, we're gonna get a 4/4 out of this. I'm just gonna block really nicely, buy us time whilst we're drawing cards. We need to find something like an Oath of Nissa, and then these are all gonna turn into cantrips. Cat trips. I'm not cracking a clue yet. I could find a Path to Exile, which I'd want to cast already, but I don't want to expose myself to an Inquisition with whatever I draw. Now they have to decide whether they want to pump their skews here, which apparently they don't. We get our 4/4, which is pretty threatening for them. Wow, they're shocking themselves, seriously. That seems really dangerous. Rewarded. Great. So I think we have an Assassin's Trophy in hand here. Two Inquisition misses. Yeah, it's hilarious. We've drawn so many cheap things and they like keep whiffing with these. Anyway. I know we have Tracker in the deck, but I want access to as much mana as possible, and I kind of want more colours, so I'm just going to crack this now to save life and get our breeding pool. Okay, what I'm tempted to do is attack them with both my creatures. I guess I can cast Felidar Guardian first to force the removal spell. Yeah, cast Felidar Guardian, flicker a land. That's how I start this. So I don't get my value out of this, but I think that's fine. It's like forces them to use their Assassin's Trophy. Or eats a creature. Yeah, don't we just get to resto now to kill them? Oh yeah, they have 2 eats up, never mind. So they can actually get out of range here. Then they have to have a damnation though. We just have so many lethal threats then, right? I'm gonna force them to eat again. Force them to have a damnation or else the game ends next turn. I guess they could Maelstrom Pulse the Angels. Whatever, this is fine. Get to crack our clue too, because we're gonna flicker a land. They go to 1. There's only 1 creature left in the yard as well. You would rather block than flicker? That's fair. That's fair. Get a block with the Guardian, flicker the Guardian. I can see that being correct. And like this exposes us to Maelstrom Pulse potentially too. Aggressive. So just jump the tracker. Now even if they have pulse, they're dead on board. Maybe even already played their land for the turn, so they can't have a damnation here. Okay. I guess they could have Bontu, that is true. Like, what am I playing around by playing this pre-combat? I'm just gonna swing with my team. I respect that. I respect going down, drawing cards. It's a good way to die. Alright. Final match. Let's get this glorious 3-2. They sure do, Caius, they sure do. Alright. I am determined. Need this 3-2. Need it so bad. Let's get paired against Bogles and go turn 2 Knight, turn 3 Flicker Knight, turn 4 Flicker Knight. Make this nice and easy. Let my Knights carry us to victory. God, whoever it was that recommended we put in the Knight of Autumns, they deserve like a promotion or something. Jeez. Feels so good. This is fine. Got the Oath of Nissa to find our second land, and then everything like works out from there. Incoming Inquisition Oath of Nissa. Another blue-red deck. Oh, Storm. We're pretty dead on board game 1 against Storm. Post board we get multiple Eidolons though. And Gaddock Teegs. Yeah, our sideboard for this matchup is like crazy, right? We have Rip, 2 Eidolons, 4 counterspells, 2 Gaddock Teegs, even a Staticaster for the tokens. Okay, I think I'm just gonna get on my Lotus Cobra because it lets me do more stuff in a single turn. I can value Grape Shot it, but whatever. If they value Grape Shotting that, they aren't killing us, so kind of okay with that. Sulphur Falls, huh? I think I've seen those in Storm very. Oh, what is happening? Alright. We're against wizards, I guess. And they just happen to be playing Slights. Some sort of Delver deck. Yeah, I think they might be on wizards. They just happen to have Slights in their deck. They just had like a very slow draw, I guess. Right, taking 2 against wizards is not a nice place to be, but I do want to double spell here. And the wall's gonna do solid work. Yeah, Wall of Omens is going to be delightful against Monastery Swiftspear. Our deck is like X4 tribal between Resto and Wall. And Felidar. They did in fact bolt the bird. My heart. Jeez. Whew. I could flicker the Oath here. I think I'm just gonna go Wall plus Voice so I can block both Swiftspears though. What is this person doing? Mutagenic Growth is like basically a Lava Spike in their deck though, Caius. It's like Lava Spike plus with 2 Swiftspears. It's great. OP, OP. What? I might die. I think I might die. No attacks. Love it. Classic Moto wins, indeed. We could still be dead. We could, in fact, still die. Something like that, Stinger. Something like that. Alright, no second Battle Rage, please. No second Battle Rage, please. Or 2 bolts. Yeah. Gas. Oh my god. Now dead to Battle Rage. It's kind of sweet. You're not wrong, Boy. You are not wrong. Alright, we don't die. Awesome. We're alive, everyone. gut shots against gut shot against Lotus Cobra. You are suitably whelmed. This is like a deck you'd brew up, Daniela. I have to imagine you put this combination of cards in the same deck at some point in your life, right? Alright, let's not mess up these this clicking. Our elemental is so huge. It's like the biggest elemental I've ever seen. Keeping track of our creatures for us so we don't have to count. Okay. Life gain. Eidolons. Lotus Cobra seem kind of trashy against gut shot, huh? I think we can win just by like flickering life gain. Don't need to get fancy. I think the mana dorks are pretty good. Obviously they get gut shotted, which is not great, but we need to cut one more card currently. I don't think it's the tracker. Maybe this just isn't very good. We block their creatures so well when they don't have Distortion Strike. This is good against Delvers if they have Delvers, so we could keep them one copy. Let's try this. This seems fine. I'm not like 100% on the Eidolons. On the draw they might be too slow. On the play they seem nice. Very good against like Manamorphose specifically. I believe we can draw a land. I'm gonna keep. You don't not keep these hands in the final match of the day. Good against rebound. Ooh, good catch, Caius. Yeah, it's really nice against Distortion Strike. Nice. See if we can find a plains or white fetch land. Awesome. Ooh, wall is nice too, but definitely just want to be able to fetch plains next turn painlessly. Pyromancer, Kiln Fiend. Okay. I'm gonna do it in their turn. Anya that's gonna hate me for it. She'll be like, idiot, why aren't you playing around Dive Down? I'll be like, because I don't want to play around Dive Down, I'm not about that life. I don't play around Dive Down around here. Ain't no one playing around Dive Down. We're pretty dead right now. In my own way. I think I know what my plan is. I don't know if this is correct. I'm just going to hold on to this path. Run out this voice as a blocker. Like work our way up the chain, just holding up path all the time. Just like make sure we don't get battle raged out the game. They have 2 Kiln Fiends, so like it's still kind of risky, but next time we get to start gaining life of these. Resolves. Loving the Kiln Fiends in chat. I think I am jumping here. Next one, this gets to be a 2-2. Maybe this is incorrect. So if they have a bolts, they brought me down to 12. I have to fetch shock down to 9. Half one of these. Maybe I can just take this. I'm just going to take this. Actually, because then I get a 2-2 next turn. So I can block both the Kiln Fiends down. Knight has arrived. Defend me. Defend me from those fiends. We do have a reader. Decent magic card. So chat, how's your evening going? My evening's going pretty well. casting my knights. I'm probably going to go into like, I don't know, ASMR mode now, because my housemates are going to be going to bed pretty soon. Late night, chilled out, awesome. Indeed. Oh, that's rough, Caius. All the new students sending back their germs of your housemate. That is pretty rough. Hope it clears up fast enough. Apparently my opponent disconnected. That explains everything. Made a slow cooker full of chili. I am so jealous. That sounds great. Not jealous of like the illness bit, but I would so eat some chili right now. You'll purge the weakness from your flesh. Ooh. Get to gain 4 life. OP. We have 2 blockers. I guess a single bolt clears both our blockers, kinda, but it's fine. Oh my god, Daniela. That's adorable. So I need like a Battle Rage and a Distortion Strike to kill us here. Otherwise we get to like Path a Kiln Fiend, untap, Eidolon the Path. Bolt. That's a weird one to bolt, right? Because now a 2/1 gets to block. It is indeed. Oh, they could have another bolt here. Nope. Alright. Block. These have nothing. Apparently they have nothing. Plague Wind you. Daniela's influence is apparently quite big. Huh. Just, I guess I already have a path in hand. I want to use my mana efficiently. I have no idea what I'm doing this turn. Sure, I'll just cast this, I guess. Gain some life. I can flicker it and make it huge in a turn. thank you, Caius. That's such a nice compliment. Hopefully they go off and bounce the knight. Oh my god. That would be delightful. Is this a Reveler? Not bad. Okay. This is honestly a bit scary. We could actually lose this game. It's not impossible. Maybe we're just meant to Izzet the other path back last time. Their wheels, they are spinning. They sure are. Doing this worries me a bit. It's probably fine. And I can like untap. I guess if I Izzet the path, can't even necessarily cast it immediately. I could die to a Battle Rage on the Reveler. But I don't want the thing flipping. Like, we get the Izzet back, which is great, but Bedlam Reveler is a horror, Caius, if that's what you're checking for the thing in the ice. Alright. We can die to Battle Rage now, but I think I just need to get the thing off the board. Regardless. So that I can actually block the Bedlam Reveler with my knight. Scryed bottom top of the Serum Visions. Oh my god. That's pretty strong. Alright, alright. But that can do some stuff sometimes. I guess we just gave them a bit too much time because we tried to play things so safe. They might have, that's true, Caius. Good point, good point. Well presented. I'm gonna try running this back. I think I'm happy with how we have this set up. hand is amazing. Just like very, very strong. We don't have any removal, which sucks, but need to build up to this Baloth, dig through our deck for some combo pieces. I'm pretty sure you're going with confirm, right, Daniela? We'll call him Buddy, seems appropriate. I just want to dig deeper into the deck before I fire off this oath, so I have more info on what the oath needs to find. If we draw a land of this, then suddenly the oath doesn't need to find a land. Ooh. Alright, this means we get bodied by Pyroclasm, but it seems pretty great regardless. Otherwise, develop our mana really well. Okay, well that was an absurd draw. It's kind of unreasonable. Exclamation mark lucky. There are indeed O4s on both sides of the table. Oh my god. Chaos. Oh my god. Right. Can I afford to upkeep this? I might just get my whole board bounced if I upkeep this. I really don't want to give them a mana. I'm very greedy. It's what we do around here, Avery. It's pretty common. Common occurrence. Alright. Concerning. Speaking of ripping straight fire, exactly. See what we can find here. I guess we're just grabbing a land. We don't really need another bird. Take this Foothills, cast the Baloth. Does leave us on only one white mana, I guess. That's probably fine. Swing with my voice. Mutagenic growth, get me. I'll be back in just one sec. doesn't seem to be dead yet, which is nice. Hopefully this life gain buys us enough time in the face of the thing. Hey, Tourmaline, good to see you. You've joined the late night ASMR portion of the stream, because my housemates are... one of them is headed to bed now, so... Hope you're doing well, Tourmaline. That's bad news. Incoming Temur Battle Rage. Please don't Battle Rage me. Please, 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 please. I would like to not die. I think we're dead. No. We're one life away. We're one life away. If I like play this tapped and play the Night Autumn, I get another turn. Because I'd be at 1. Grump. Grump, grump, grump. Only angry emotes. Only the angriest, damn it. Right. I'm gonna call that it for the stream now. Sorry Tourmaline, to just like up and leave like this. It's not because of you, honest. I swear, it's not because of you.